Hello, and thanks for joining me on the Ghanaian Farmer YouTube channel. My name is Enyonam. If this is your first time on our channel, please subscribe and share the links of all the interviews you watch. Maybe you are aspiring to become a farmer, being it a livestock, being it crops, being it aquaculture, whatever it is that you are aspiring to become, even if it's agribusiness, buying from the farmer and selling, it is all part of the agriculture sector. It could be value addition. You just have to find a niche for yourself and get your market. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, please try and subscribe. Today, we've done this before, but there were follow-up questions. So we need a bit more clarity. That is, if I am a startup farmer or I want to become a livestock farmer, however, I'm zooming in onto pig farming. A lot of people are asking, Enyonam, choice of location, structure, the number of pigs to start with, and how much will even take me to start selling. These and many more are the reasons why we increase Aqua Farms all the way in Akosombo. If it comes to training or maybe constructing the building and helping you to formulate your own field, he does all of this. And also veterinary services. He can train you on all of this. I always say, don't just visit somebody's farm and assume you can do it. Invest into what you're doing. It takes money to get money. Invest into it and you make the end meet or the end gains, if I should say. So standing next to me is Mr. Moreno. He's a medical doctor. He's a nurse. He's a chief, a father, husband, everything. For me, he's my crush. Today, he's going to take us through the breakdown so that we get to understand what it takes to start a pig farm on your own. Moreno, thanks for joining me once again.
Yeah, thank you
Yes.
for coming again.
Thank you very much for having us. So, I am the startup farmer, and I want you to help me start a pig farm. Now, when we say pig farm, does it have specific locations you have to site your farm, and why?
Yes, location is key
Mhm.
in pig farming.
Okay.
First, I'll talk about the size of land that you need.
Okay.
Don't locate a pig farm on a land size that is less than 2 acres. 2 acres of land. Minimum.
Why?
Because of the waste you are going to generate.
Okay.
How are you going to dispose those waste?
Right.
Where are you sending it?
Okay.
You can use it on that 2-acre land by yourself.
Okay.
And then also, when you are doing pig farming on a 2-acre land, the remaining land can go into all sorts of things so that you can become like alpha and omega on the chain.
Right.
From feed, getting some of the things that you can add to make your feed, plus it's something that you can even eat yourself. Your farm manager can eat right from the farm.
Okay.
So that they don't have to go into buy. Now things are expensive.
Yes.
So
Yes.
everybody want to
Okay.
cut some small corners.
Okay. So I don't need less than 2 acres.
2 acres.
Okay.
If you want to do it and do it well.
Right.
But your structure is going to be on maybe a quarter or half of an acre.
Okay.
Depending on the size you are looking at.
Okay. Now, what's the minimum size that I can start with of the structure?
Of the structure.
Yes, please.
I always want you to start with a structure that can house 3 sets of animal. 3 sets. When I say 3 sets, what it means is that this is a group of animals that will deliver at a time.
Okay.
Another group will deliver at a time. Okay. Another group will deliver at a time. Okay. So this is a group. This is a set. This is one set. Set 1.
Okay.
Set
2.
2. Set
3. Okay.
Now, each of these sets you gather the children in one room. Okay. The offspring, the litter of this set, in one room. So you should have a space where you can have a space for this set, and this set on your farm. Okay.
Where we stand, what would you consider this measurement?
Where we stand is one set room.
Okay.
This room can take up to 65 pigs
Okay.
in a set.
Okay. All right. So viewers, I'll let you see the size of the structure we are mentioning or the space we are standing.
I won't tell you the measurements.
No, no, it's okay. It's okay. I know. That's why I'm. I know. So I'll just let them see how it looks like,
Yeah.
so they can have a fair idea.
Yeah.
So this will take up to 65 pigs.
Pigs. Yes.
This space.
From after winning till you sell.
All right. Okay. And then the other one can take
Another
65.
So
All right.
in this farm, Crisaco farm, our plan is based on 65 times 5 sets.
Okay.
5 setter.
Okay.
5 setter farm.
Right.
And this it means that with 5 setter, in a year we are supposed to sell 10 sets.
Okay.
So each room is supposed to give us 2 sets in a year.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now we understand about the 2 acre, even though the structure might occupy just half an acre. And then we are also looking at starting off with 3 different sets. Now, among these 3 different sets, how many male and how many female?
Before I go to that, let me just finish up on the land location thing.
Okay.
We talk about the size of land. Now, let's talk about the location.
Okay.
How to locate the thing. First, let's locate it where people are not plenty.
Okay.
Because of the waste and sometimes the smell.
Okay. Pig has some very strong smell.
But not in this farm.
Yes, I know. The scent here is a bit minimal.
I don't know how the person is going to control the scent.
Okay.
If you are learning from me or if I'm supposed to teach you that, all those will come in the package.
Okay.
But then if you cannot do that, or maybe even if you learn it and your structure did not permit you to do that, and you are in the midst of people,
right,
they will complain.
Okay.
And their complaint will be legitimate.
Okay.
Farms are established on farmlands.
Right.
Even though you think this one is domestic, but still it's a farm.
Very well.
So you must be away from
outskirts town.
Yes.
Okay.
Then you must also, if as much as possible, let the land have some amount of slope.
Okay.
For the direction of
the waste.
Your waste.
Okay.
If you want to use the free flowing method, or better if you are not going to have a sloping land, or even with the slope land, you can still have what we call the desalination pond.
Right.
Which you direct all the waste into, and you can use that to generate your gas, biogas, or whatever you want to generate from it.
Oh, okay.
It can give a very high source of energy.
Very well. Very well. Thank you.
So
that
is about the location.
Yes.
Now your question again.
So I was asking that after the choice of land and location and then the set of animals, how many male and how many female am I supposed to get from these 3 sets?
I do something like this.
Okay.
A minimum of what? 3, 3, 3. Or 2, 2, 2.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
Or you can make it 4, 4, 4.
Okay.
Or 5, 5, 5, or 6, 6, 6, depending on your pocket.
Very well. So depending on the pockets, that's where I'm coming down to. Now, the money to buy the animals to start my farm, okay? How much are we looking at? For the structure, we will not be able to tell you because wood, cement, blocks, and the mason, it's complicated. So he might not be able to give you that figure. But
I can give you that figure.
Oh, okay.
On condition that I'm doing consultancy.
You are the one to
I'm doing consultancy for you. No, I'm not even consulting for you. I can just do
Right.
consultancy for you. I can draw the plan for you. I can give you the estimate on block
Okay, so
everything.
averagely give us a fair idea of the structure you mentioned, the two spaces.
The structure you are sitting
Mm,
under
mm.
cost me 240,000 cedis.
Wow, that's 24,000.
240,000 Ghana cedis.
2.4 million old
Billion,
Ghana cedis.
billion old Ghana cedis.
Hey, but you are scaring me already. How can I start this big fast?
No, that's why I'm saying that this is not my starter uh, project.
Okay.
I started from where
Yes.
before I move into this one.
Yeah, so please, I wanted to give me a figure for the two rooms I have mentioned.
If you have about 50,000, you should be able to do it.
50,000.
Yes, looking at how things are costing
That
now.
would take blocks,
Cement,
wood, roof,
roofing sheets.
carpenter.
So roughly 50,
50,000
60,000
can cater for the two rooms,
with two sets.
two sets of rooms. Okay.
Two setup.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So if you have 50,000 on the side, then that should be for your structure.
It has nothing to do with land acquisition.
Yes, please.
It has nothing to do with water
Okay.
and electricity.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do with buying the animals.
All right.
Let's get it straight.
Yes, very clear. 50,000, exclusive of animal, exclusive of electricity, exclusive of water. Now let's boil down to how much we will need to purchase these three sets.
If you are going for three, each animal is now costing close to 3,000 cedis. It's between 2,500, 500 to 3,000 cedis now. So let's peg our figure at 3,000 because I'm looking at the trend.
Okay.
The market trend now. Okay. Before the end of the year, we will hit 3,000 per animal.
Very well.
That's how we are talking about an average weight of 100 kilo.
Yes, please.
Which will be good enough, strong, and big enough for a male to mount.
Okay.
So for the three, that's 9,000.
Yes.
So for the three sets, you are looking at what? 27,000. Okay.
Okay.
For the three sets.
Okay. 27,000.
Yes.
Cash for the three sets.
Money in a hand.
Animal, na your farm.
Yes.
Very well. So take notes. 27,000 would take care of the three sets of animals.
That's only for the females. So
yes,
the 9 females.
9 females.
Yes.
Okay. So now the animals you're mentioning, at what age am I buying? I have heard people said, why don't you buy a pregnant pig already? Then in no time, it gives you children. And then some also say, no, I want to buy from the tender age, feed it for it to grow. As an expert who has been in this for a long time, which one do you propose I go for? Well, which one do I spend my 27,000 on?
The one that if you buy today, tomorrow you can add a male to it to start mating or crossing.
Okay, so how many months old is that?
A minimum age of 8 months from birth. That is approximately 6 months after winning.
Okay. All right. So this 27,000 will give me these three sets of animals without a male. Okay. If I move the animals to my farm, how long will I start feeding them for before I get a male to cross them?
No. From the very first day, you can get a male to cross them. Once they get to your farm, you can get a male to cross them. Okay. For example, if you are asking me to cross it for you, the day you purchase them, I'll separate it and then give them their prophylactic injections. Okay. And then I put a male. Okay. The prophylactic injections are your antibiotics plus your dewormer. Because don't forget, when they are pregnant, you don't give dewormer. Yes. So that one is a free information. But
hey, this man, everything is money for him. Okay, very clear. So the very day I buy from you, that very day, if I want you to cross them for me, you can give them the antibiotics and then you get a male to cross them. And then I can carry them to my farm. Is that correct?
Not that same day. It will take about a month. We always give ourselves a month.
After you cross them for me?
No, from the day I put the male.
Yes.
For a month to be a male, the male will stay with them for a month. Before we are sure that they are all carrying pregnancy.
Okay.
Because the pig come on heat they come on heat every 3 weeks.
Every 3 weeks. Male pigs are on
No,
heat.
no, female.
The
No,
female.
the male is always ready. You know.
So it is the woman.
The woman that comes on heat.
Okay. Please take note.
That's just in the human being.
Right.
The ovulation.
Okay.
So the ovulation cycle, as women, our human being, our ovulation cycle is between 28 days, 28 to 30 days. Theirs is 3 weeks.
21 days. Okay.
So let's assume that I bring the pig. Then in 3-4 days, they all started coming on heat.
Okay.
Then the male will mount them, try to do justice to them.
Okay.
To
make them pregnant.
Make them pregnant.
Okay, but is one male enough to cross all of this?
All three?
Yes.
3 is small now. Okay. Even a human being can cross 3. And
very well, sir.
Don't mind me, I'll just check.
Yes, please.
It's small. They can cross up to about 6 in a room, even 7 in a room. Right. But for me, my advice, with the little experience I have, I won't put more than 5 with one male. Okay. Because I don't want any of them to fail. For example, 2 of them could come on heat on the same day. You have to fire this and fire this. Fire this and fire this. The likelihood of the sperm going down, where one of them, the litter may not be plenty, is high. Okay. So I've now even limited my number to 4. Okay. 4 to 1 male. 1 male. Okay. All right, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Very well understood. So let's say if I'm crossing 6, I normally cross 6 at a go. So I put 3 in a room with one male, 3 in another room with one male the same day. Very well. So they all start. Okay, that's fine. So 50,000 for structure, 27,000 to get you 3 sets of animals. Now let's boil down to the feeding, because they have to eat well. Feeding has become pretty expensive. It is not only with poultry farmers, even pig farmers, they are struggling with feed. So in Chris Ako Farms, one of his secret weapons, that one I'll mention it. You see his maize farm. He has a mini maize farm. And I'm giving this example so that my very good friend from the UK, she's still here with me. Okay? Sharon is following me about everywhere. She's here so that she will know you need to have a farm on the side that can help you to limit the cost of feeding. Now let's talk about feeding. These animals, till they start giving me children to sell, how much am I going to spend on them for the next 4 months? They are going to carry pregnancy and give birth. So if you are looking at 9 animals, yes, each animal will eat approximately, your cost on them approximately will be 300 cedis a month.
Each pig takes 300 Ghana cedi. Yes. A month. A month. And I have 9 of them. Yes. Okay, so 300 times 9. That is what? 2,700 a month in terms of feeding. Okay. So 2,700 times 4 months before they'll start giving birth. Am I correct? Yes. So let's do the calculation. Where is the calculator? Cameraman, please help me. Sharon, come and calculate the thing for us. Come. Leave Sharon alone. Sharon, let's calculate. 2,700 times 10,800 Ghana cedi. So we have 10,800 Ghana cedi as your feeding fee for the next 4 months. Don't worry. For the first 4 months, you won't spend this because you are not starting with all the 9. Okay. You are starting with 3. Okay. After 2 months, you add 3. Yes. After 2 months, you add 3. Okay. So there will be some variations in it. Okay. But leave that variation to the dogs. Very well. Because by the time you add a test set, don't worry, these people will still not go away. Okay. They will still be feeding. So you just take it like that as a raw figure for now. Okay. So this is for the next 4 months. 4 months. How many times do I even feed them in this next 4 months? How many times do I feed my pigs?
Oh no, for adult pig, we feed them once a day.
Once a day.
You can feed them twice, but on my farm,
Right.
I'm comfortable feeding them once a day, and they do very well.
Okay.
Except when
Okay.
you are breastfeeding.
Right.
When you are
eat.
breastfeeding, you will eat two
Twice.
times a day.
Okay.
And then when I pick your children away and you are farrowing, the very first 72 to 90 hours,
Right.
you eat 2 times a day because you are used to it. I need to wean you off eating twice a day,
right,
gradually.
Okay. Now my next question has to do with after 4 months, averagely how much babies am I expecting to get from one female? Because you've taken this plenty money from me, so you need to give me clarity.
There's one thing farmers must know.
Okay.
That for gilts, I mean, fresh pig who has not given birth before,
Yes,
will not give you a lot of litter.
okay.
It can start with average of 6 per pig, but by your next crossing, this 6 can jump to 10, can jump to 12. You just saw an animal in the farm who has given me 16 children.
Okay. So take note that after first 4 months, your mother pigs each averagely is likely to give you 6. Okay.
So if you have 6 for a pig and there are 9, that's 54 piglets.
Okay.
54 piglets.
Right.
Now, these 54 piglets, after 1.5 months to 2 months of breastfeeding,
Yes.
which you will not add anything.
Okay.
Anyway, but then the breastfeeding mother,
Yes.
his cost of feeding is 1.5.
Okay.
That of the pregnant pig or the one that is farrowing.
Okay.
Because you are feeding it morning and evening on virtually the same quantity that it eats. So you are almost like doubling the feed.
Okay.
So that one becomes more expensive, but those one will go into those niche. That's why I just put the figure flat. Then we can manipulate it as we go.
Very well. The 54 children I have, how long are they going to breastfeed for?
They'll breastfeed for between 6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay. After 6 to 8 weeks, they will start feeding.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
How many times will they be fed for a day? And for how long before I start selling? I mean, that one is mine.
They feed 2 times daily.
Okay.
For minimum 6 months. 6 months before you sell.
Before I sell. Now, this is where my interest lies. But before we go into the selling, okay, I have questions from somebody. Now, the first question is, how much do you sell one male that will be crossing my females? Forget about you having males in your farm and you want to cross for me. But if I'm buying,
you have to buy.
Is it the same price?
You have to buy because when
is it the same price as the 3,000 for the male?
Almost, but males are a little more expensive.
Really?
Because you see, when you don't cross the male, it doesn't grow fast and big like the ones we castrated.
Okay.
When you did not castrate it, so to grow up a male for somebody to buy is a little bit more tiring than just growing animals to sell in the market. Because when the male is growing, there was a male in the first coop. They are about 2.5 months, but it's beginning to learn the trade of trying to climb the
female.
So I have to bring it to a younger group.
Okay.
That younger group, their food is more expensive and richer. So he's going to be feeding on a richer food for his age.
Okay.
So it's more expensive growing up.
All right. So how much is the male?
If at the time that the females will be 3,000,
Uh-huh.
just put a mark of about 500 on it.
Okay.
You get a male.
All right. Now the next question has a, so can you induce heat or mating? Can you induce it?
Yes
You can.
and no. Yes and no.
Please explain.
Yes, you can do it,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the male.
Okay.
You can give something to improve the sperm.
Okay.
The female, you can give something to boost egg production.
Okay.
Then you can also alter the feed
Mm.
to get them to come on heat and come on heat proper,
Okay.
so that when you mate, you can
Mm-hmm.
get good litter.
Mm.
If you watch my animal, the animals are there. They are now about. If you weigh them now, they will be
Right.
about 80 kilo, but they were more than 100 kilo before I tried to bring their weight down because they had fat
Okay.
on them.
Okay.
So I need to share off the fat so that when I cross it, I'll have good.
Very good. Are you able to tell how much they weigh day after day, or you have to wait till you're about to sell before you
No, no,
know
no. We do weekly weighing.
weekly?
Yes.
Okay.
Then when you get to a point,
Uh-huh.
you don't weigh because you can just see the rate of growth.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So let's jump now to the sales part. Now, when I'm about to sell, what kg should I be selling at?
Um, you can sell from 80 kilos and above. But for Crisaco Farm,
Uh-huh.
our minimum weight of sale is 90 kg.
Is there any special reason for this?
Oh, you see, when you feed the animal to a point, the weight per feed becomes faster and higher.
Mm.
So when I struggle and I brought the weight up, the few times that I'll have to wait so that I can also make a little more profit.
Right.
Why do I give it out?
Okay. All right. So at 90 kg, I'll start selling around this amount.
Yes, it's the kilo price now is around 26 cedis.
Okay.
The pig is now selling at around 26
Uh-huh.
hmm,
Uh-huh.
GHCN
Okay.
per kilo.
26 cedis
Per kilo.
per kilo.
Yes,
Okay.
per kg.
All right.
That's live weight.
Okay.
Live weight.
Okay. Mm.
The pig is alive.
Mm-hmm.
But now, as I was telling you,
Mm.
when by the time we cross Christmas,
Uh-huh.
I'm sure it will move to 30 cedis per kilo.
All right. That's okay. But I am selling mm, these ones
Mm,
that are 6 months old. We
mm,
had about 54, right? This is it.
mm,
54, right?
mm.
Am I advised to sell all 54 at a go? Since I have another set that will give birth for me.
No, no, no. This 54, we are looking at it from all the three
For the
sets.
3 sets. And I'm asking,
So
am I permitted to
maybe
sell all at a go?
no, you cannot get to set all at a go because you didn't cross all of them at a go.
Okay.
So this 54 divided by 3, 18.
18. Oh, okay. So every 6 months,
No, every 2 months.
every 2 months, I'm
you,
likely to
you say
get 18.
18. But then from the second liter
Uh-huh.
going,
It will grow up.
your minimum will be about 25.
Okay. So,
24, 25 per set.
okay.
So every 2 months, you are
Mm.
selling closely to 25 pigs every 2 months.
Okay.
Mhm.
And all of them around this range, right?
Yes, yes.
Now, there is this confusion. All this money you are mentioning is a lot of money. From 50,000 into structure to 27,000 into buying the animals to how much again? We mentioned some amounts here for feed,
Mm-hmm.
10,800 for feed. Now we are clocking 100 and something thousand. Now, how long will I keep doing this before I can recoup all that I've invested into the farm?
Oh, in less than 18 months, you should recoup your money. Or let's give ourselves 2 years. After 2 years, all that you are getting is profit.
Okay. All right.
In that 2 years, what I'm looking at is that
Mm-hmm.
you are going to sell at least
Okay.
3 times from here, 3 times from here, 3 times from here,
Okay.
which will give you a total of let's say the first one is 54.
Uh-huh.
54.
Uh-huh.
The second one, which I'm saying that will be about 25, that's about 75.
Yes.
Then another let's say 75 again, or 76, so that I can have a round figure. That's 5.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, that's 14
Mm-hmm.
plus 6 is what? 20.
Yeah.
So we are talking about 205,000.
Okay.
25,000. 205
Animals.
animals
Okay.
you have sold.
Sold.
And if you are, let's even give ourselves on the low, maybe you are not able to make the weight. So let's say you are even selling at maybe 2,200 times this. Is how much? That's about over 400,000.
Yeah.
So assuming that your feed cost minus all the money you put in first,
Yeah.
your daily feed cost for
Right.
the offsprings amount to, let's even say, 65% of the price at which you sell the thing. Okay. So assuming that you have 205 animals. 205 animals times 2,200 is equal to what?
That's my accountant. She's calculating every step.
48,000 Ghana cedis. 800 Ghana cedis. Okay.
So this is how much time I started to get at over which time?
Over 2 years.
Okay.
Now, when you have this over 2 years, not all is profit.
Okay.
So let's less this by 60%.
Okay.
So if your total sale, which is 100%, gives you 448,800, 60% of that is what? So this amount times 269. So what you get is equal to 269,280. Okay.
Right.
So let's say this goes into your feeding.
Okay.
So you deduct this from here. If you deduct it from here, you are getting something around
180,000.
180,000 as your net profit in the 2 years.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all because the structure will forever be there. The mothers would be giving you children.
Yes.
Every
And when you think the mothers are old, you still sell these mothers at the current price.
now, that was be my last question before we wrap up. How long do I keep these mothers to reproduce for before I sell them?
I believe in keeping them to have about 5 rounds, between 4 and 5 rounds of litter, depending on how good they are as mother.
Okay.
Because the longer they keep, they give you more.
Okay.
But it gets to a point where they give you more, yet they are not able to keep them, or they are not able to grow well because they have become old.
Okay.
So some old age, like in our own human being, when you grow to some age, you are either becoming barren, or you produce children that will not be
healthy
or marketable.
Okay. Okay.
Omasumbe paka paka paka.
All right, viewers, thank you so much for spending time with me today on the Ghanaian Farmer YouTube channel. This has been very, very insightful. This has been well explained and very clear. Okay, please subscribe and share the link. But if you want to go into pig farming, do not just visit a farm, observe, and assume you can do it. It's always good that you invest into consulting and help somebody who has been there for all these years, who has gone through the troubles and know how to manage it to help you. Please don't feel, I don't know how it is, don't feel too hard to pay money for knowledge acquisition or for guidance. It's very important. You get it right and you're good to go. If you do not get it right, you keep wasting money and wasting money. And at some other time, we'll be talking about dealing with recruiting workers, how to act with your workers, how to train them. As a farm owner, do you need to have knowledge about what you're even doing? There are some people who have money, so they think my money can take care of everything. You are totally wrong. Listen, you can have billions of dollars, but if you don't have, you're clueless about what you're doing, your money would go to waste. And when it comes to that part too, Moreno has a lot of insightful tips to share with people who want to go into farming and how you can actually be with your worker, be involved in the work, learn from him and teach him, and he also learn from you and teach you. It's just vice versa. You're helping to grow the business. Now, when you want to buy, you want someone to install your farm for you, draw a plan for you, give you budget breakdown, and train your workers for you. Chris Akko Farms is the best I recommend. If you want to get in touch with Chris Akko Farms, the CEO Moreno, please contact me on 0554-830431. Please, that is the number. It's a professional consultancy number. When you call and you want further clarifications, and we're asking for a token to buy fuel and drive to such locations to come and record. Hey, my name is Chris Ako. Thanks for having us.